And this time around, the Dallas Mavericks took the loss in their last matchup in this season series against Milwaukee.
And guys, I watched that game. I remember thinking to myself, where's the aggressiveness defensively?
Yeah, I don't know why they played such casual D, Steve. I mean, there was no urgency, no fight, no intensity. I mean, it was just a flat night for them defensively. I mean, it was hard to watch.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Dirk and Kaman, they're inside. Carter and Marion fill out the wings, and it's Mayo in at the 1. And for Milwaukee, Clark, he's in at shooting guard. Gallinber's out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Allen, and it's Jennings in at the 1 spot.
Good work turning that into an easy 2-point. He can attack the rim as well as anybody.
And you have to give the ownership a lot of credit for the Mavs' success over the years, guys. A lot of people may not agree with things he has to say, but you can't argue with the success that he's had. He spent his money, his resources, he's put a ton of passion and energy into building that franchise, and it's developed into one of the best in the entire league.
Now here's Jennings. Vince Carter missing his last shot. He kicks to Clark. Bosh. Bucks passing it around. And stolen by Mayo. Nowitzki outside. The 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. You talk about passionate ownership on the sideline, actively involved in crafting the roster and the fan experience. You don't get much better than Dallas. From the top all the way down, it's all about winning and not afraid to push for what's best for the NBA.
And I think he wants the best for his players, too, and that's why, as a player, you've got to love, admire, and respect that. You know that he wants to win just as much as you do, and it's easy to go the extra mile and commit to a team where that's the case coming from ownership. He's going to take that shot every time if he has that much room to get it off.
So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Kings.
Yeah, they did everything well in that game. Solid across the board, particularly at the offensive end.
Yeah, the definition of teamwork, Steve. Communication, passing, catching cleanly. They worked extremely well together all game long.
Gallinber. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Gallinber's got his second bucket of the night.
And you look at Bucks head coach Scott Skiles, a point guard in his playing days, won an Indiana State title in high school. And, of course, 10 years playing in the league.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
When I had a chance to speak with Coach Scott Skiles, I asked him where he thought they have an advantage in this game, and he said our shot blocking is one thing that really sets us apart. Now, we have to be solid all around, but that does help us quite a bit when it comes to defending away penetration and shot attempts inside. Kevin, never something you want to rely on, but always a great backup to have.
Doris, thank you. It'll be interesting to see how that defensive mindset serves them here in the first half.
Yeah, it will be, Kevin, because if they come out with the right frame of mind and they don't have much success early, the game plan's going to have to change in a big hurry.
And even so, Steve, I think the defensive approach Doris talked about is exactly the one they should employ.
Now here's Mayo. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. That's good from Nowitzki on the assist by Carter. And Steve, you look at Scott Skiles' playing career in 1991, the most improved player in the NBA. That was the year he set that record for assists in a game with 30.
Yeah, he was just amazing as a point guard. Not very talented athletically, but just incredible will, great feel for the game, and an unbelievable passer. And also one of the great free throw shooters of all time, 89% for his career.
Mayo kicks to Nowitzki. Kicks it to Marion. He dishes it to Mayo. Leads him in there. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
The defense that time didn't do quite enough. I mean, it takes a lot of effort to stop him when he gets in tight. But you look at Nowitzki, guys. Dirk Nowitzki is a steady presence offensively, a real force at that end of the floor. And for defense and trying to deal with him, you can try whatever you want to, but he's going to find a way to get off his shots. He's 7 feet tall, has tremendous range, and really crafty in knowing how to position himself for opportunity.
Clark kicks to Gallinber. Straight up. softly drops in the floater. Dallenberg's got 6.
What a finish with that hoop.
Mayo dishing to Nowitzki. Back to Mayo. Can't get it to go. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Well, Dirk is one of the few players in the league who's really capable of carrying an offense on his own. So talented, so skilled. He can score inside and out. Of course, has his biggest performances in the biggest games. Dirk Nowitzki, one of the all-time greats. There's no question about it.
And it's Kaman missing. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And the thing I took away from that game was how dominant they were on the boards.
Well, it's impossible not to see that domination. Based on the numbers, it was really lopsided in the rebounding battle.
And the pass to Carter. Mayo, he's guarded by Jennings. And Dallenberg with the block. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Bosh, that's good. Bosh has got his second bucket.
And a great start offensively.
Yeah, they've come out strong. I mean, really scoring and playing with confidence.
Mayo, the pass to King. It's Vince Carter on the wing. It's picked off. Here's Clark. Straight up. And Dallenberg with the slam.
Step aside, step aside. We got the big fella coming through.
That is a powerful brand of basketball right there.
Man, an amazing putback. You just love the effort from this guy.
Now here is Carter. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's Kaman. The rebound by the Bucks. Clark's got his third rebound tonight. Bucks leading by 8. It's back to Jennings. Puts up a 3. That is good. Jennings has got 5 now.
Well, I'll tell you what, they are dialed in offensively, guys. I think they look really well prepared for this game.
And they've rode that early hot streak to a big lead here in the first.
Now here's Marion. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Here's Clark. And good on the basket. Book it. And the Bucks lead by 13.
I'll tell you what, they've been a step slow here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they're allowing too many open shots. They seem a little sluggish to me.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Drew Gooden has checked in for Dallenberg. And Mbamute comes in for Chris Bosh. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Ray Allen. He feeds it to Mayo. Trying to get back on track. Can't get it to go. And Milwaukee the other way now. The dish now to Harris. From 10 feet out. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Jennings has got 3 assists now in this one. Beaubois with the ball. And Jennings picks him up defensively. And Beaubois kicks to Mary. Backs him down. Out to Beaubois. Outside Mayo. On the money from 12 feet away. Mayo's got 7 points.
That's 4 of their last 5 buckets now coming in the paint area.
And they're in attack mode right now, barreling in there with bad man intentions.
Here's Clark. He has 7. Gooden. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. The Bucks number 1.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
The free throw drops for Gooden. Udo's checked in for Mbamute. Dominique Jones is checked in for the Mavericks. Cunningham comes in for O.J. Mayo. And so Gooden nails both of them.
I'm always impressed by big men who shoot free throws as well as he does. For some reason, they're a rarity.
There's the pick. Passes it to Novak. Lets the three fly. The shot is off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
And total domination on the glass by them so far.
Well, the anticipation has been outstanding, exquisite. I mean, it seems like they've got an extra sense as to know where the ball is coming off.
Cunningham dishes it to Blair. Hits the bucket.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Here's Clark. Playing Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. Gooden the pass to Clark. With the lead pass. And that one's good by Gooden. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Boy, every time they drop it in, they do so from close range. Easy baskets.
Yeah, high percentage looks time and time again, guys, and it's paying off for them the way they're playing this game. I like their strategy.
Now here's Boboan. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Dishes it to Cunningham. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. Here's Clark. Pass to Jennings. The feed to Gooden. Over Blair. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
And Bobois kicks to Jones. Over Harris. Jones, no luck. Bucks leading by 15. Feeds it to Gooden. He passes it to Clark. Inside. And stolen by Blair. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break.
Yeah, very opportunistic defense there, leading to those points.
That's exactly what they'll do to you, Steve. They will pounce on your mistakes.
Milwaukee's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Jennings kicks to Clark. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Clark's got 9 points.
They can't seem to stop anybody inside.
They got to know that if they don't make life tougher in the paint, their opponent is just going to keep going there. I mean, it's not like they'll get tired of all these in-close opportunities.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. We look at the Bucks. And, of course, Miami. Right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
Well, right now for the Bucks, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason.
No good on the free throw.
Guys, Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle is well respected as a strategist and an X's and O's guy. He's got tremendous command of the game. I was able to enjoy working with him when he was with the Pacers as the head coach. He's a guy night in and night out. He's going to put his team in the best position to win based on how he operates.
Good on the second free throw.
And going back to Rick Carlisle, I think he's one of the best coaches in the league. Offensively, his teams run great stuff. They execute. They pay close attention to details. And then defensively, he really juggles his lineups and his zone defenses. He mixes in a matchup zone. So I think Rick Carlisle is one of the best in the business.
They grab their own miss. Henson, a strong effort on the rebound, nets the second chance points. Henson's got his first 2 points of the night. Nowitzki sets a screen for Collison. Nowitzki a screen. Collison kicks to Cunningham. Releases. No luck. The Bucks go the other way with it.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
Udrich dishes to Bosh. Over Nowitzki. No good from Bosh.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
Nowitzki drives in, and it's blocked by Bosh. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Then for the Mavericks, Chris Kaman is checked in for Nowitzki. Mayo comes in for Cunningham. And Earl Watson is subbed in for Darren Collison. 34 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Bucks leading by 14. Now Dunleavy. It's back to Jennings. A three ball. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Not much resistance for him after that pick, Kevin. I mean, he had all sorts of space to hit the shot.
There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Watson. Vince Carter on the wing. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Here's Udrich. Can't get it to go. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Bucks lead by 17. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
And coming soon, the #1 selling, #1 rated NBA.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting a show on, guys.
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
Clark in at shooting guard. Dunleavy is out there with Luke, Richard, and Ba'amute. Then there's Gooden, and it's Udrich in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Scooped up.
They have a nice lead here, and they've really controlled the glass for the majority of the game. Kudos to them for their strong effort on the backboards.
Yeah, and they're sending a message too, Clark. They're really coming out and playing a very physical game here.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, guys, cool hands in the last outing against the Kings played some outstanding basketball. He finished with 25 points, and as he had the typical big game assist-wise, finding open men to come away with a healthy assist total, too. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
And Doris, that really was a phenomenal performance.
You know what, Kevin? Anytime you bring it like that, you raise the bar on yourself. The key is to not get too hyped on past performances. Today, focus on this game right here, right now.
Yeah, but he's going to have a hard time forgetting that one because that was one of the best performances you'll ever see.
Gooden the pass to Udrich. Pulls it from the elbow. Can't get it to go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And here we go with Bobois running it up the court. Milwaukee with the ball. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Clark. 9 points in the game so far. And that one's good by Gooden. Gooden's got 8 points.
Great pick, and that gave him enough space to get to the hoop and finish.
Here's Bobois. And Ba'amute pulls it in.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And that one's good by Gooden.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Bobois outside. That's the bucket. Bobois got his first points of the game.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
Well, they call him Roddy Buckets, Kevin, and the reason is his ability to heat up and give you that instant offense off the bench. He can knock down the long-range shot or use that tremendous speed to go right around you.
Really a marvelous athlete at 6'2". He finishes above the rim with ease and defensively able to use that quickness and length to his advantage as well.
That free throw good from Bobois. Now here's Allen. 9 points last game. Harris against Marion. He kicks to Udrich. Kicks to Gooden. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Pulls up on the wing. Udrich can't hit.
Typically, he's pretty dependable on those open jump shots.
Mavericks trailed by 15. And Bobois kicks to Marion. He's guarded by Udrih. The shot by Marion, no good. The Bucks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
You know, Sean Marion still is an amazing athlete, even in his mid-30s. So quick off his feet, and he can play either the 3 or the 4 position. Versatile defender, excellent team player.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And guys, I think the key for Marion being able to play the 3 or 4 position is he's a terrific rebounder for a small forward. So you can play him at the 4 in a small ball situation and not lose too much on the glass. That's valuable when you've got a small forward that rebounds like a power forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Udo's checked in for Dallenberg. Bosh comes in for Drew Gooden. And it's Jennings in for Udrih. Dallas also making some changes. Chris Kaman is checked in for Blair. Mayo comes in for Cunningham. And it's Collison in for Roddy Bobois. Collison dishes to Kaman. Dunked hard with one hand.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Now those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
Allen for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
But you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Here's Marion. Chris Bosh with the rebound.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Here's Jennings. Great D that time from Collison. Mavericks trailed by 15. He's on target from 8 feet out.
That's 4 straight field goals coming inside the paint.
Boy, they're taking it right to him, Steve, and the defense has really been way too passive for my liking.
Mayo against Allen. Outside Jennings. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. And the Bucks with some changes. Henson comes in for Chris Bosh. That's Dunleavy in for Ray Allen. Then for the Mavericks, Vince Carter, who's checked in for Kaman. And Earl Watson is subbed in for Darren Collison. And here's Jennings outside. There's the bucket, good. Jennings has got 11 points.
Well, that's been nice, efficient work, guys, that he's been doing. I mean, we haven't seen him take many bad shots, and that's the sign of a mature, poised player.
18 feet out, and there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Watson. And that's now 6 points for Nowitzki. Bucks leading by 14. Here's Jennings. Jennings can't get that one to fall.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
That drops.
That's an old-fashioned finish there, guys. Going to the finger roll to get the easy 2.
Bucks have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Dunleavy kicks to Henson. Sean Marion grabs the miss. Marion's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here is Watson. He's guarded by Jennings. Bucks shooting 45% in quarter number 2. He dishes it to Dunleavy. It's back to Jennings. 3-pointer. But they recover it. The second chance effort. And Dunleavy gets it to go in. Dunleavy's got his second basket.
He was not to be denied that time, guys. Fought his way to the glass and came up with the points.
Back to Marion. Now the pass to Watson. Marion outside. Here's the 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
And he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway.
The shot's good from Henson. Mavericks trailed by 16. Dallas calls timeout.
Sometimes you see around the league, and I think a lot of teams are guilty of this, star players racking up more and more minutes early in their career. And it starts to take its toll on players. And I think they're starting to break down sooner these days.
Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. Bucks number 1.
They've been really pleased, Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game.
Watson kicks to Mayo. Dallas moving it around. Here's Nowitzki. Good. Nowitzki's got 4 points this quarter. Well, it certainly seems to be the case, Steve, seeing players log heavy minutes. Part of it is the coaches, you don't want to keep their job. The other part is the players just don't want to come out. They want to keep going. And I think that if he feels okay, you know, the coach has got to have some feel there himself. What is best for the team?
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Hard it up. Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
Yeah, a breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
Jennings, he's covered by Watson. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Bucks rank in the league stats. Tops in scoring, first in rebounding, and they're also #1 distributing the basketball. This is a team that knows how to find the open man and convert those opportunities.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Mbah-a-Moute is checked in for Milwaukee. Udrich comes in for Tobias Harris. And Udrich kicks to Jennings. Just 5 to shoot. 11 feet away. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He's really struggling in this quarter right now. They need to think about getting the ball out of his hands.
Watson, he's guarded by Mbah-a-Moute. Watson, the pass to Blake. Mayo, there's the triple. Mbah-a-Moute pulls it in.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Watson with it. He feeds it to Blake. Now the dish to Marion. Carter outside. Pass to Blake. Outside Mayo. Launches it. Gets the bucket. Mayo's got 5 points in the quarter.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
To the middle. And there's Udrich. That's good on the assist from Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got his 6th assist on the night. Here is Watson. He's guarded by Udrich. And it's Carter penetrating. There's the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Dishes to Udrich. And there's the feed to Mbah-a-Moute. Pushes up. Udrich. Second chance shot. Shot's good from Mbah-a-Moute. Mbah-a-Moute has got his first bucket in this one. Mavericks trailed by 12. Now Watson. Pass to Mayo. From deep. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Watson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
9 straight points for them off of wide-open looks from deep. Something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
DeMayo. Jennings with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. That's good for Mudryk on the assist from Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got his 7th assist in the game. It's Mayo on the wing. From the arc. Shot is off. The Bucks go the other way with it.
They have really been a group of glass eaters out there today, fellas. I mean, just devouring any and all rebounds.
And I think that's the difference in the game right now. A double-digit lead in that category. And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for them. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
Well, the shots are starting to fall a little bit more than they did in the first quarter.
Yeah, they say it's not how you drive, it's how you arrive in golf. Well, a shaky start can be overcome because now they're starting to heat up.
By himself.
Look out! Oh, wow. Man, oh man, finishing with flavor.
Yeah, he put something extra on that one. You're right.
And the bench going wild, guys. They love it. What an amazing dunk.
Jennings kicks to Udrih. 58 seconds left here in the second. Dunleavy shoots it off target with the jump hook.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Watson dishes to Mayo. To the inside. Here's Carter. An offensive rebound. Out to Marion. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Watson. The tray. And another shot. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Just cannot find the rhythm. Still yet to hit a shot this quarter.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Dunleavy the pass to Nba2K13. Bucks passing it around. And here's Jennings outside. And that one's good. Jennings has got 8 points here in this quarter. 9 seconds left in the first half of the game. Watson kicks to Carter for 3. And it's Carter again missing. It'll count. No luck. And so that brings the first half to a close. The Bucks on top, leading by 14.
55.
We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Hi, everyone. Damon Bruce here on 2K Sports, the late season edition. Welcome. A full head of steam for the Bucks, playing great basketball. They look to continue their winning streak. For Brandon Jennings, things are going his way against the Mavericks. At the break, 16 points, and so far, he's done a great job playing lockdown D. Now for the Mavericks, not looking as good so far. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. Sean Marion, he's just out of sync so far. He'll be happy to change baskets, even told his coach the lid was on that side of the court. Thanks so much for joining me here in studio. Second half action is coming right up, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
How about O.J. Mayo in this one? He's got 17 points, and he's nailed 3 from long range. That's 9 points from deep.
Well, I like that he's not hesitating to pull the trigger. I mean, if he's got room, he's going to take the shot. He's putting some fear in this defense.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Sean Marion and Dirk Nowitzki, the forwards. Carter is out there with Mayo, and it's Kaman in at the 5 spot. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Bucks shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And the technical free throw is good. Inside to Bosh. It's back to Jennings. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the line. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And one of the ways Brandon Jennings has improved his game is by taking care of the basketball. His assists were decent, about 5 per game. But what he did a nice job of last year was keeping the turnovers down, and that allowed the Bucks to run their offense efficiently.
He's got to push it. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Bosh. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Bosh has got 6 points. And Steve, you touched on Jennings and his improvement, and he's a gym. There's no doubt about it. Plays a lot of basketball in the offseason.
Yeah, he's shown a real dedication to getting better during the summers, and that's when you do get better. You can't just get better during the season. You've got to commit off-season time to enhancing your craft, to getting better at what you do. And for Jennings, it's not a matter of him not being in the gym. It's more targeted practice that he has to lock into.
Mavericks trailed by 13. Here's Mayo. Ray Allen grabs the board. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bosh defended by Nowitzki. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And here's Mayo from beyond the arc. That's good. Mayo's got 20. Bucks leading by 10. Feeds to Clark. It's back to Jennings. Good look. The Mavericks pull it in. Marion's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, they wanted to come out of this half a little better than this. Only 25% shooting so far.
And this is why they have the big lead. The rebounding has been dominant.
You know, guys, the +8 rebounding, I don't think it tells the whole story. I mean, they've been the more physical team from the outset. That's been the difference in their physicality.
The players you see here contribute as much on D as they do at the other end of the court. A list of the steal leaders among point guards. Look at cool hands. Such quick hands. Second in the NBA.
And with these guys, they're always going to give you an outstanding effort at both ends of the floor. And it takes very aggressive defense to put up steal numbers like that.
And that kind of aggression is exactly what you need from your point guard, Steve. At the point of attack, he sets the tone for your defense. And this bunch gives their counterparts very little room to operate on the perimeter.
Allen for the 3. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
One of the great shooters in the history of the game. I mean, Ray Allen is just amazing with that deep range, incredible accuracy, and he can also put the ball on the deck a little bit once or twice, pull up jump shots, get to the foul line. Allen's just one of the most consistent scorers we've had in the game for a long time.
And he's rehearsed that motion for so long. It's automatic. I mean, it's something he can do in his sleep. He doesn't even think about the situation or the defender. He eyes his target and lets it fly.
Bucks leading by 13. Jennings dishes to Dallenberg. And that's going to be a travel.
We'll get a chance to check out Brandon Jennings, some of his numbers. Since the All-Star break, he's been superb. First in free throw shooting, 10th in scoring, and one of the better passers in the league, in the top 20 in assists per game.
Yeah, his focus from the line has been special, and that's one reason, Steve, he's at the top of the list in free throw shooting percentage, because his focus is on target, and he doesn't stray from that. His routine is excellent.
Bosh, that's good.
Slick play right there. He's so resourceful with the ball in his hands.
Mavericks trailed by 15. And here is Mayo. 20 points for him. Carter, the pass to King. Ray Allen grabs the board. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jennings against Carter. He kicks it to Clark. Outside BOSH. 6 to shoot. He passes to Clark. Guarded by Mayo. Kicks it out to Jennings. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
Mayo kicks to Carter. Back to Mayo. Kicks it to Carter. He dishes it to Kaman. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Lakers. And, of course, the Mavericks. They're much further down the standings right now.
Seeing where the Mavericks are, they've been nothing more than a pedestrian team, kind of run-of-the-mill. We weren't sure quite what to make of them coming into the season. And as a matter of fact, I'm still baffled by them.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe this is just who they are. I mean, it's not a tremendously talented team. Perhaps you would have expected a little bit more out of them, but in the end, you know, they're just they're an average NBA team.
The Bucks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
The first free throw is good. Cunningham, he's checked in for Dallas. And so Gooden nails both of them. Mavericks trailed by 20. Here's Bobo, averaging 6 points per contest. Can they get it? And Blair gets it to go. Blair's got 6.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
Here's Clark. And there's the pass to Nba2K13. He feeds it to Clark. Gooden in the posts. He's guarded by Blair. And it's Gooden with the jam.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir.
No need to back it out if you're in position for the dunk.
The dish to Cunningham. Back to Beaubois. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jennings. Rejected by Jennings. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And it's Gooden with the jam.
I like that one-handed spike right there.
Well, that's how it's done.
Yes, sir, Reed.
Yeah, he's not going to miss many of those.
Blair, a screen on Jennings. Passes it to Blair. Back to Beaubois. Dishes it to Nova. He's guarded by Jennings. Good luck. Gets it to go.
The turnaround jumper. That was a thing of beauty.
Here's Clark. 10 points for him. Back to Harris. Marion with the steal. Here's Cunningham. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
Yeah, that's good stuff there. He's able to play well above the rim, but the execution really got him that look.
Clark dishes to Gooden, and he makes good on the layup. Gooden's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
The feed to Cunningham. Jumps up. It's hauled in by Harris.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Clark, the pass to Gooden. And Beaubois kicks to Cunningham. Rebounded by the Bucks. Gooden's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bucks leading by 20. Here's Clark, averaging 22 points a game. Shots good from Nba2K13. Nba2K13's got his second bucket of the night.
Man, offensive execution has been the story here. Just playing beautiful basketball.
And guys, you can see it in their advantage in field goal percentage. I mean, you get high quality shots, you're usually going to shoot well. They're playing outstanding basketball.
Beaubois with the ball. And Jennings picks him up defensively. A shot by Marion, no good.
They really need to start looking elsewhere, guys, because he can't get anything to go.
Pass to Clark. Feeds it to Gooden. Releases from 15. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
My goodness, he's going off in this quarter. He's got the guys on the bench going crazy. Rally towels and all.
And Beaubois kicks to Cunningham. On the wing, Marion. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Cunningham's shot is off. Milwaukee's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Jennings dishes to Nba2K13. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Jennings has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Now here's Beaubois. Blair a screen on Jennings. Poked away. Here's Beaubois. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Beaubois got 5.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Here's Clark. He's got 10. 5 on the clock. Good. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
You look at their scoring. Mid-range jumpers account for 6 of their last 10 points.
Well, defensively, they're doing a nice job of keeping them out of the paint, but you got to give them credit. They're knocking down shots.
Beaubois can't get it to go. The Bucks shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. Here's Clark. He's covered by Beaubois. Harris kicks to Clark. The 3. And another 3 for Milwaukee. 1:52 left to play here in the third. Beaubois with the ball. He has 5. Marion kicks to Beaubois. He kicks it to Cunningham. Over Clark. Cunningham's shot is off. Milwaukee's gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Clark, the pass to Harris. He passes to Clark. Kicks it to Gooden. Shot clock at 6. Clark dishes to Jennings. Good. Jennings has got 21. 1:10 left to play in the third. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And Beaubois kicks to Cunningham. He dishes it to Blair. He feeds it to Nova. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And here's a good chance now to show you the rookies that in the second half of the season have been getting it done at the free throw line. Look at Cool Hands, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
Well, he's earned his spot among the great rookie free throw shooters through a lot of hard work and repetition.
Well, that's what you hear from the people around him. I mean, that he'll put in the hours more so than anybody else in the gym to work on those basic fundamentals. And it pays off when you put the work in.
Ball's knocked loose. Takes the lead pass. And it's Gooden with the jam.
That was a hole punch jam there, Kevin.
A nice finish.
Yeah, you got to love the way he just capped off that strong move.
Beaubois outside. The pass to Cunningham. To end the drought. Good as the jump shot falls. Cunningham's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the D just letting them go inside with impunity. Way, way too easy.
That's 10 of their last 12 points now in the paint area.
Clark, the pass to Gooden. There's the dish to Nba2K13. Clark, 6 on the shot clock. Shot by Gooden is no good. Here's Beaubois. Cannot hit. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Who's had the Sprite uncontainable game in this one? Well, let's send it out to our Doris first. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. For the Bucks, it's been an uncontainable game from their backup power forward. You have to look at their bench as to why this team is so far out in front, and he has led the way for the second unit. A complete effort from the entire roster.
Great, Doris. Thanks. And when you look at that textbook contribution, guys, coming from one of your reserves, he really fit that definition here tonight.
Yeah, he's really been the X factor in this game. You know, to be honest, I don't think they were ready for him defensively. It seemed like they just didn't have a plan on how to guard him.
Well, you know, one of the things about having a guy like him come off the bench is that it gives you a burst. He's a power surge, and he creates immediate matchup problems, especially when he gets hot.
So with Bosh on the bench, here's the group that Scott Skiles has on the floor. Clark in a 2-guard. John Henson out there with Udo, and it's Udrich, and it's Dunleavy in at the 3, the small forward. For the 3, and that one's good. Dunleavy's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Bucks.
You know, one thing you know is that the son of a coach is usually going to have good shooting mechanics, and that's definitely the case with Mike Dunleavy Jr. He always seems cool and composed when he's getting ready to fire away. He's got a great release.
It's just one of the benefits of growing up in an NBA family. Shooting form comes very easy to him, and he makes the most of it. And slam dunk by Henson.
I like the awareness they had there. Guys were headed out on the break the instant the steal was made.
And they got the easy bucket because of it.
Watson dishes to Blair. Passes it to Collison. Dishes to Nova. Pulls it up. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Here's Clark. The feed to Henson. The shot from the low post is good. Henson's got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, you want to keep the ball as far away from the hoop as possible.
Yeah, because he's too good inside, Steve. I mean, he'll make you pay every time in there.
Here's Watson, and the rejection by Udo. Here's Clark. He's covered by Watson. Clark kicks to Udo. Feeds to Udo. Bucks passing it around. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Now Udrich from past the arc. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
What a half they're having from beyond the arc. It's getting ridiculous.
And there's no reason they shouldn't keep attacking from out there. I mean, they've got it going on in a big way now.
Here's Watson. It's rebounded by Udo. Udo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Udrich. And that one's good.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And here's Watson. Outside Collison. Shot clock at 6. To end the run. Good, he hits the jump shot.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
Bucks have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. They've got the Wizards ahead of them for the next game. It's in Washington. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Boy, that's a game you know the Heat would really like to take.
The Bucks making a switch here. Gooden's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Beaubois is checked in.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd love to see the return of the NBA to Seattle. The Sonics, obviously a great franchise in their time there. They eventually moved to Oklahoma City, but it sure would be nice to see a team back in Seattle sooner or later.
And the first one at the line is good. And part of what you mentioned with Seattle, Steve, they really do love their basketball up there and deserve to have a team. You've said it, in fact, many times on the air.
Well, you also have to look back at some of the great history they have up there in Seattle. Not just the teams in the 90s, but you go way back to the late 70s. And they won a title in the late 70s. So that city deserves to see another Sonics team at some point.
There's one thing about the alley-oop. You can't fire the pass in there. You got to have some air under that pass. It needs a little hang time.
That's exactly right. A lot of finesse, just like that one was. Perfectly thrown.
And that's what makes the play so much fun to watch. There's finesse on the front end, but then power on the end.
Fades back. Clark, the pass to good over Blair, and it's blocked. Now here's Jones. Tight defense on him. Such a wide open look. Novak's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he did a nice job of getting himself into just enough of an open area to find that spot for his shot.
Clark dishes to Henson. Pass to Clark. Baseline prop step. Here's Henson. Nice second effort. Good job staying with it.
Boy, you can't just let a team run amok on you inside the paint like that. You got to show some fight and some force.
It's one of my favorite words, Clark. Amok. They are running amok. It's time for them to start playing harder defensively.
Let's see what the Dallas Mavericks have coming up. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. And Gooden kicks to Clark. Gives him the lead pass. And that one's good. Gooden's got 18 points just in the second half.
Yeah, points in the paint have been a huge factor here for them.
Steve looking to take it inside and go up strong. That's a remedy for success.
Now here's Bobois. That's good. The Bucks have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Here's the screen. Here's Clark. Up off the screen. The Mavericks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Collison's shot is good.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Here's Clark.
You know, the way it usually goes is if you're in the NBA, you were probably the best player on your team in college. But there are some exceptions to that. And there have been quite a few NBA stars that weren't even considered the best player on their college teams. Kevin Love is a name that jumps out.
He's done an outstanding job all game long. Absolutely a great job of finding an opening against the defense.
Outside Collison. Shoots over Henson. And Darren Collison again. Collison's got 6 in the quarter. Well, as you mentioned, Steve, Kevin Love overshadowed a bit on his UCLA team by Darren Collison. But he certainly has blossomed.
Well, I think that's going to be the case with a lot of young freshmen who come into the NBA based on potential more than production. They don't get a chance to prove that they're the best player on the floor. So you have to sort of predict that they actually were the best player on the floor, that they were going to become that. And that's why a guy like Love was, even though he wasn't, the guy at UCLA, you could tell he was about to become that.
And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Marion's checked in. There's the pick. Outside Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Bobois beyond the arc. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 3rd assist on the night.
He's really ramping it up now.
Milwaukee with the ball. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Clark kicks to Udoh.
You know, guys, for a long time in the NBA, off-season strength programs were about adding muscle. But I think that's changed quite a bit. Players are focusing a lot more on core strength and balance. In fact, some of them are even losing weight in an effort to make themselves more flexible and more durable.
And the Bucks, they're shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Mavericks have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. You talked about the big guys losing weight. Kevin Love and Kendrick Perkins, examples of that for sure.
Well, it's always been about conditioning. It's just, now players are able to train year-round in a very innovative way. They've got access to more information than ever before. I know Love actually has done yoga quite a bit the last couple of years to slim down. Perkins himself has worked incredibly hard. So you always love it when you see guys really pushing themselves to get better.
Shot seems to be a little awry today, just off a fraction. They've got to have him pick it up, though, and soon.
This team has to tighten up inside. Way too many easy hoops in the lane.
Yep, that's 5 straight buckets they've given up from the key now, and it's hurting them.
Dominique Jones has checked in for Sean Marion. Beaubois with the ball. Blair, the screen. Shot from 12. Beaubois, that's good. Beaubois has got 9 points in the quarter.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Milwaukee's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Clark. He's covered by Beaubois. And that one's good by Clark.
You look at the way a point guard develops at a young age, most of them turn the ball over quite a bit. And the game is happening so fast, they're trying to figure out what they can or can't do on the floor. But the more experience they get, generally speaking, the better they get at handling the ball.
Jones, no luck.
He can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
The Mavericks shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. And Steve, you speak of that from both a GM and a former guard. You've got certainly a great resume in both those areas. It just takes time to adjust to the speed of the game at the NBA level.
Sometimes these talented point guards are so good, Kevin, that they have to figure out what they can and can't do. They feel like they can do everything, so they come into the league and they've got to just make some mistakes and learn from them, and then eventually settle down and become efficient.
Sean Marion, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
It's obvious he's hurting. I mean, he's going to tough it out, though, and continue to contribute on. You got to give him credit for that.
Out Beaubois. Marion outside. Over Gooden. And there's the rejection. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Clark kicks to him.
What a throwdown there, man. Well, you can put this one in the W column. I mean, this is locked up now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they closed this game out exactly like they needed to.
Beaubois outside. Over Udrich. And Beaubois kicks to Novak. Beaubois. Milwaukee with the rebound. Clark's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, I've said before that playing a zone is basically an admission that you're not as good as the other team. But I do like teams that mix it in here and there. Just a small doses of zone to try to keep the offense off balance.
Marion passes to Jones. Cannot hit.
He's far too tentative in the paint. And even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Udrich dishes to Clark. He kicks it to Henson. Dunleavy. Drills it from outside.
And this one is just about over. It's going to be an easy win for them in the end.
Yep, I think they can just about put this one on cruise control for the last few seconds here.
And Steve, to follow up what you were talking about, there is a stigma for going to a zone, but really more and more teams are embracing it.
And I think part of that, Kevin, is that everybody is relying on pick and roll offensively. And pick and roll is so difficult to defend, especially these days with all the three-point shooters teams are putting on the floor. So if you play a zone, it counteracts the pick and roll. And now all of a sudden there's a little chess match going on between the offense and the defense.
4 on the shot clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. Thank you.